We take it for granted these days in the era of the future that if you want to figure out if a game's worth playing or not, you just do a quick YouTube search to see whichever racist is streaming it. But back in the day before the internet and when reviews were hidden behind the paywall of an actual wall of paper that you had to pay for, the job of conveying the worth of a video game was laid on the shoulders of one person. An artist. And I mean like an actual artist. Not like a sandwich artist who's responsible for the fact that EasyJet make you buy a seat for each butt cheek these days. Honestly, I love cover art of all kinds, all of it. I have no standards. I'm like your dad's holiday wardrobe. But there's a popular consensus lately that video game box art just isn't as good as it used to be. Now, I don't know if I completely agree with that, but I do have a theory about why that might be. But first, we need to go back in time and establish exactly why artists were so integral to the business of video games. It was their job to create box art that was bold, that stood out on a shelf and was explosive and exciting and looked you in the eye and said, hey, you, yeah, you, I'm looking at you. If you take me home, I'll give you all of this. Yeah, alright, it was a letdown. But the people of today, they look back and laugh. Laugh like the futuristic wankers they are at the idiots of the past ever expecting to play what the box art was guaranteeing. But here's the thing, box art back then, it was never a promise. Now, I'll tell you what it was. It was stimulus. It was a wee jump start of inspiration to get your imagination going, to help build the worlds that you were kind of seeing on this screen. I'll tell you what they were, right? I'll tell you what they were exactly the same too. They were like book covers, yeah? And people always told me when I was younger, the great thing about reading is that it helps build your imagination. Well, games were doing exactly the same then too. They don't really get the credit for it. And at least games gave you like little characters and levels to kind of help build that world with. All books give you a fucking words. Words on a page that come together like a bunch of wee bastards to kill Dumbledore. I'm joking, of course. I've never read a Harry Potter book. I'd love to, but I'm not English, so. Alright, okay, but getting to my point though, let's do a quick comparison. Here's the box art for Maximum Carnage on the SNES. Lovely, right? Good piece. I love that one. One of my favourites. But let's have a look at some gameplay. Now, let's have a look at the box art for Marvel's Spider-Man for the PlayStation 4. I mean, it's fine, it's okay, it's not offending anyone, your gran likes it. But let's check out some gameplay. Whoa! If you showed that to someone back in the 90s, they would shit themselves with excitement and fear and I don't know, lust? Sure. And this is where I think I'm making my main point is that stimulus, that spark of imagination, it's just not needed anymore. Not when graphical fidelity is this good. Not when you can make out individual wrinkles on Lara Croft's knees rather than worrying about someone losing an eye on one of her tits. Because now, the stuff inside the box has surpassed anything that the outside could even dream of promising. Because now that the idea of stimulus isn't needed, games are just looking at each other and going, right, who's the most popular? Right, he's pretty popular, just do what he's doing for our cover. Yeah. Shouting to audiences, hey, did you like this game about a non-distinct white guy with brown hair holding a gun? Like, our game's got a non-distinct white guy with brown hair holding a gun. Hey, you like faces? Mate, our game's got fucking loads of faces. It's like a Blazing Squad mugshot simulator in here. Whoa, you want the main character to turn their back on you? Mate, hey, guys, listen up. Our main character will turn their back on you. Oh yeah, they'll turn their back on you quicker than your wee West End dad did when he went out for a pint of almond milk and never came home. And these are just a couple of the homogenous habits that cover art has fallen into over the past few years. Because these days, now that games are for more of a mature audience, you get box art like BioShock Infinite. A game full of imagination with box art so boring you wouldn't put it on your fridge if your terminally ill firstborn drew it. Okay, so I can hear a few people out there saying, I'm talking shite, but Your Honour, I'd like to present an interesting example I found. Let's rewind to when gaming grew up, which, in my opinion, was round about the era of the PlayStation 1, which is when you can kind of start to notice this trend. So, take Tomb Raider, for example, a massive release with box art as dull as dishwater, but But check out the Game Boy Color releases. Wow, check these bad boys out. Much more colourful, much more exciting, scenes of real action. But also, this stuff has to act as stimulus because the actual game, yeah, have you seen the actual game? Mum will get a look at the actual game. It looks like someone ate a box of crayons and then had a particularly colourful shite. So there you go, stimulus and being old as fuck. Those are the two main reasons why video game box art isn't as good as it used to be. But you know what, I've got to be honest. I love all game covers, whether that's exciting ones or boring ones, old or new, you know, I love all of them. And people like myself who have big game collections, we tell ourselves it's because, oh, well, one day I'm going to come back and I'm going to play all of these games again, but that's never really going to happen, is it? I think the reason I keep a game collection these days is because on cold, rainy days, I get to sit with all these really nice wee art pieces and remind myself of the adventures they hold inside. Oh my god, is he talking about games? Fucking hell, what a virgin, man. Get a life.